Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Another best of one from this BaltiCup monthly, as we have a beautiful ZVT between two players that we already casted tonight, but we're gonna cast them again. I mean, not these two, not the exact pairing, obviously, but representing the Zerg Cabal, our purple Zerg, it is going to be a Murasame. Is showing some nice Muta play against Daryl. And his opponent is going to be our blue Terran in the bottom left side. It is MECHER, our resident mech enjoyer. Once again, it's a best of one, so I am really curious if we're gonna see a long or a short game. I think I have some kind of PTSD or something from that series with MECHER, and I believe it was first it was the Cell, and then it was Cubic, I guess. That was basically a beautiful series, but it was longer than the final. Ooh, sorry, let me correct myself. One of those games, either that one game versus the Cell, that game 3, or one of the games versus Cubic that MECHER played, was longer than the whole BaltiCup Season 2 Finals Grand Final Series. A best of 5, may I add. That's just... I'll let you guys ingest that one, okay? I'll let you guys just process that fact. So far so good. Reaper is moving out. And I'm not exactly sure. Was this a standard play? One thing that is quite interesting to me is that Murasame opted to put only one drone into gas and opted for a faster third base. Let's go, boys. Thank you very much, Baltar. Just you know, it's an honor to have a Polish stream and have the organizer, who's also Polish, hang out in my chat, or my chat as well. You know, it's it just shows that all the hard work that I put in actually makes it enjoyable. So at least I hope so. At least I hope so. I guess I wouldn't be here if it wasn't enjoyable. But I'm still kind of interested in the choice that Murasame did here with basically no gas mining, or barely any gas mining. Because I'm looking at these, okay, and link speed starts by the time link speed should have been done. So that's going to be a super delayed link speed. Though it's going to be a faster third. So the third base is done at 3:30, which is quite nice. There was a couple of games that I saw people experiment with where they actually went for a faster link speed, faster third base, and sacrificing the link speed timing. Now, if your opponent goes for a lot of Hellions, links are not going to be that powerful. I mean, if you can surround them, then sure, it's gonna be quite nice. But if you don't manage to surround them, then it's going to be quite of a barbecue, right? So I guess it's not the biggest of deals, and by the time Hellions arrive, it should be done, right? Usually it's the Reaper that has to retreat by 3:30, and just has to be aware of that. Now, Hellions are probably going to move out. That's 6 cards and a single Reaper. Also, I'm really curious if anybody has an opinion on the new 2-Rex Reaper opener. I'd be really interested in that one. If someone that can actually provide me with some kind of technical data as well, like how effective it is and how easy it is to use or not, would be even better. That's a lot of queens. That's 8 queens already. Baneling Nest on the way with the Hive as lair. Sorry, apologies. And that's a single drone. Okay, not that bad. But these queens are in position, so that is really, really nice. Spores are being done, double evo on the way, which I kind of like. Now this is probably what I would have liked to see against Darrow as well on the side of Murasame. So I'm really, really happy that I'm seeing. Look at that. Third base, sorry, fourth base on time basically. There is no Baneling speed started yet. I believe it's 150, right? That's 150. Yes, there we go. Right on time. Actually, I think it's a tad bit delayed, but it is fine, I guess. Armory on the way, so I suppose this is going to be extra factory, so that's going to be mech. Resident mech enjoyer going for that battle cruiser play as well. Almost done. And where's the Banshee? The Banshee is actually just defending. We've been talking about this in the Season 2 Finals tournament as well. That Makers, for some reason, was just afraid to move out with the Banshee. So I'm not exactly a fan of that. I'll be the first one to admit that. I always think that the Banshee at least should go onto creep and just try to find a bit of damage with like sniping some creep tumors that are actually just on the way. You know, it can two-shot the creep tumors, I suppose, or maybe three-shot. It doesn't matter. Basically, you can just deny creep tumors, active creep tumors as well. Go with the cars, just drop a scan here, drop a scan there. Just try to do it on the edge of the creep. Oh, there's a bit of a link. Okay. Makers actually... Oh, he forgot to land the command center. Battlecruiser is on the way, but that's a lot of queens. Beautiful transfuses. Let's see, one queen is going to get shot down. That was probably the highest energy, or almost the highest energy. And Battlecruiser is going to teleport home. There should be a lot of Banelings. Okay, there's a couple of Banelings here. Baneling speed is done. +1/+1 is not yet done. Another anti-timing on the side of Murasame. Let's see if... Oh, just in time, I believe. If he wouldn't waited so much with the Lings, he would have just gone in. And now the Banelings are being sacrificed. A bit of a missed opportunity there by Murasame. And... of course, the anti-timing is actually quite painful in my opinion. I wouldn't actually mind if we'd see some more refined timing attacks on the side of Murasame. I mean, let's be honest, even if your push is late, if you don't have to be extremely tight, like with Zerg, if they don't bother you, I guess you're fine, especially playing Ling Bane. Until the mech player just gets to a super extremely high mech count, you can just start trading, because you'll float larva probably and money, and yeah, basically you can just trade. Now we can see that +2 is on the way, so it should have been an attack that hit like 15 seconds earlier. I mean, not 15 seconds earlier than it hit actually, but like 15 seconds from now, 20, 25. You know, like just when +1/+1 basically finished. That should have been the timing that this hit. Okay, Lings and Banelings are actually, and roaches as well. Everything is on this side, and the battle cruisers are going to go into the main most likely after this. Beautiful Yamatos onto those queens. There's still 9 queens. Overlord actually goes down. And, ooh, that's a bit of a problem here. There's only a single queen here. A couple of overlords could go down. Queen is being targeted down, but there is a Spire being ready. Teleport out. Okay, these BCs probably gonna get repaired, and that's going to be the end of that pressure for now. But as we progress, we have more and more BCs teleporting in, and there's the first door. Yep, that's the first one, the very first one, not the first few. So the first door is out already. There's a half wall of supply depots. I don't know why this one is lowered out of all of them. That's probably the worst one to be lowered. in my opinion. A couple of Ravagers. So Lingbane Ravager is going to be the gameplay, the game plan here. And that is quite decent against mech, in my opinion, because it's not the most expensive. Ravagers can actually bio down tanks and slow-moving units. And then you also have the Lings and the Banelings to just basically go into those planetaries, just destroy those planetaries if there's going to be any. And as we speak, we have a couple of Corruptors as well. The Corruptors are going to be super useful against these battle cruisers, but there's not enough Corruptors. Corruptors are somewhat tanky, but they're not tanky enough. 6 more Corruptors on the way. Adrenal Glands is still not done. Hello, Stukov. So this was once again a tad bit of an anti-timing, but at least this was not a total sacrifice. Creep spread. Do I like this? I'm not exactly a fan of this creep spread. With Lingbane, I think you need a super nice creep spread. And let's be honest, Makers has not done anything to clear the creep. Awful mech player. Hello, darling. So these battle cruisers don't clear creep. That first Banshee did not clear creep. The Hellions did not clear creep. So the creep threat should be pretty much at the doorstep of the Terran, in my opinion, or could be. Now, obviously, it depends on the level of the strategy. If you play like Old Ravager, then it's not that big of a deal. If you play Lingbane, though, I believe then you gotta be spreading the creep like crazy, or at least try. In my opinion. Because Lingbane is most effective when you can catch the Terran on creep. And while they're trying to clear the creep, you just move on, surround them, and that's pretty much it. Now, Corruptors will deal pretty nicely against those battle cruisers, but I wouldn't mind the +1 Carapace for the Flyers. Because those battle cruisers fire a lot of shots, and each shot getting decreased by 1 is actually really good. And I just realized we have double Spire, so I don't mind the +1/+1. The better, the more the better. And actually, it's quite smart because if the Terran doesn't realize that there's double Spires, like doesn't see the 2 Spires, or doesn't actually spot the double upgrades being finished, then it's going to be quite of a difficult thing to deny. Ooh, that's a lot of Banelings just basically detonating into everything. Now the Ravagers have to go back. I think there was a lot of Banelings for basically nothing. That was like, what, a couple of tanks, maybe a Tor? Look at that, resources lost. That's 39 units for our mech player that went down. Oh, that was quite a disaster, honestly. So yeah, I am not exactly sure what our Zerg player has to do here, because these trades are not going to be effective. Now the mech army is actually done. Now you need Infestors, now you need Vipers as well. Vipers, Infestors, maybe Broodlords. No, Broodlords are not that great. Actually, I don't know, Ultras? Are Ultras good enough? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Like, probably you need a couple of Vipers here. And Infestors. There's a Neuroparasite, but is that going to be enough? Now, the saving grace for our Zerg player is that he has a bank and has a decent amount of larva. Actually, no, that's not a decent amount of larva. The saving grace could be that Neuroparasite is on the way. I don't know. What's the basically? What is the saving grace here? Is there any? There's +3 melee, but there's the Lings are not really going to do well against this. Like Infestors and Vipers going to be needed as like both of them. Oh, that's a lot of Corruptors that go down, and there's basically nothing. Oh, behind him. Oh, actually, never mind. That was actually a lot of stuff going down on the Terran side as well. I think I missed it. There was a flank there. I was so... I'm sorry. I was so caught up with the stuff here that I actually missed it. Now, supplies are quite even. That kind of that's kind of an advantage for the Zerg, I suppose, because Zerg can max out a bit faster in these situations. There's 2 Tors and 2 tanks left on the front line, so that's not that much lost stuff lost here. And there's still 80 workers. So if Mechers cannot go up to another base, then it might be okay. There's a burrowed link over here. There's no burrowed link here, which I would like. I wouldn't mind if this tower would be destroyed and the gold base would be taken, as the late game bank would not hurt at all. I'm pretty sure Infestors are going to be really, really good. Is there Burrow? Yes, Burrow is research, so that is great. There's 3 Infestors only. 3 more coming up. I believe there was a couple of neuroparasites as well. So these Infestors, the problem is there's still not no army here to deal with this whole thing. I mean, okay, if... Oh my goodness, if he could just get a couple of Banelings in here, that would be extremely good. Extremely, extremely good. There's no air attacks, so air stuff. Okay, where's the neuroparasites? We need neuroparasites. Beautifully done there. He's going to control the door, but those Infestors are not burrowed. There's also turrets here, so that's going to be... Oh my goodness, that's a bit of a feeding here, but that was 34 SCVs, so I guess the economy was crippled for Mechers. So this is all the bank that he has. That means it's going to be really, really difficult for Mechers to actually come back from this. So I guess this worked out as I predicted. If Balings could get in there, amongst all the chaos, I believe the Banelings just found a way into the mineral line, just crippled all the SCVs in that mineral line. There was a decent oversaturation. There was like a 10 oversaturation on the thing, and that was like, yeah, 34 SCVs. So nothing to say there. That was half of the economy of Mechers. That was like, what, 64 SCVs, and that's it. Oh, but now the Lings actually go in. There's a lot of Hellbats. Is this going to be enough? The surround is there, and now the Biles are actually decent. Remember, the more Mechers loses here, the worse it is for him. The problem is that the mineral bank of Murasame is also basically empty. There is 2800 a minute, so if he could survive for another minute, that would be actually crazy. So let's see, there's no need for gas there. This one is saturated. This one is not saturated. I wouldn't mind if he would pull out of gas. Of course, amongst all the chaos, this is actually quite impossible, I believe. Like if we look at the this so basically we look at the camera of Murasame right now. Look at that. Like I'm pretty sure Murasame is thinking about what to do right now, because yeah, it's always a question on like, okay, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do, you know? Like this is the moment where you cannot slip up, and I believe Mechers has overstepped on creep, and that is going to be the surround on everything. Oh, but the Banelings are not targeting anything, so oh, this needs to be targeted. There we go. There is a couple of battle cruisers being controlled, and that is going to be it, I believe. He should just teleport. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's going to Yamato themselves. Oh, but one of the battle cruisers is going to actually be released. That is beautiful. that was absolutely sick, honestly. Hello, Schlafrock. And yes, the Terran bank is actually is empty pretty much. No gas, no minerals. The income is not good enough. Mech units are super expensive. There's only 50 army supply. Actually, let's swap them out because I forgot for like past 21 minutes. It's fine. Happens to the best. Yeah, Zerg can remax quickly and... oh, let's be honest, look at this creep. This was there for an eternity, basically. So... yeah, Makers did not really do anything to clear it, so... I guess that's also a mistake. Now... is there any kind of saving grace for this turn? I don't... Now I don't really think so. Because... like this one single Baneling bust just saved the entire game, I believe. Once again, the Zerg Cabal just prevails. I'm actually just kidding, guys. Or am I? Maybe that's why I switched to Zerg. Maybe. Maybe that's why I switched to Zerg. Because the Cabal always prevails. Sooner or later. Okay, so we're gonna have another base from the Zerg, and there's the gold base that I was talking about to actually capture somehow. And now once again, there's 2 Liberators. That's not really scary, and 2 Liberators on this side as well. But there's no upgrades for them. There's only vehicle plating, which is not going to be that great. Oh, and look at that. That's going to be a lot of links going in, and there's no repair on this planetary. This planetary is going to fall. If this falls, there's not going to be a replacement. That is the Liberators re-sieging themselves, and the battle cruisers just trying to clean up whatever is left. But there's only 19 workers left. 19 for Makers. Oh my goodness, and Makers actually just dropping another command center. I don't think that is what you want to do, Makers. That is not what you want to do for real. I wouldn't mind if these were Banelings, like all of them, but there's no minerals actually. You need to saturate this base like ASAP. Gold base, double the income. Okay, that needs to be a saturated base like ASAP. This one is still mining. Third base is officially mined out just in time that we looked at it. So there is basically 1 base, 2 bases, 3, 4, 5 bases that the Zerg is mining from. Oh my goodness, that is actually sick. Out of the 8. And what do we have here? No mining. So I guess this command center can just lift away and just be somewhere else. There's 1 base. There's a couple of minerals here. No minerals here though. It's like what, 350 minerals. Okay, so a couple of overlords are being killed here. These 2 battle cruisers have no answers so far, but that is a lot of Zerg units just moving across. Like, look at this. Oh, that. Okay, here's the battle cruisers actually teleporting in. Another 9 SCVs are falling. That's down to 8-6. 5 SCVs. That's only 4 SCVs left. That is going to be all the economy of Makers. That's 19 SCVs in total falling. 20. Make it a nice even round number. Everything is actually falling for our Zerg player as well. But still, the mining is actually super nicely going on. Look at that. There's already like this 5th base is mining out. This 4th base has mined out. 6, 7, 8. There's a lot of bases that the Zerg player can mine from. And there we go. We see once again more and more infestors coming up. Counting on Lesker beating Mule Boy. Well, Let's see if that's going to happen. Fingers crossed, Mule Boy just survives. So basically, these two battlecruisers are still going strong, which is kind of an issue for Murasame. But once again, there's a couple of Hellbats here which are going to be destroyed. Oh, that's a lot of mules! No! No, the mules! That's all the mules, basically. That was like 10, 12 mules, I believe. The mules! All of them gone. All of them gone. No. The mules. Every single freaking mule has been destroyed. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. This is a best of one, by the way. This is a freaking best of one. Oh. Terrans, am I right? Why is it always the Terrans that drag out games? I'm just kidding. Endless Zerglings. We got one part of that. So once again, we have a Liberator going down, and there's the GG. Finally, we're free. Oh. Oh my goodness. That was an epic game. That's a YouTube one, by the way.